The sun beat down on the freshly paved asphalt of Elmwood Creek, a suburban haven where every lawn was manicured to perfection, and every mailbox stood at a precise, government-approved angle. For me, Ryan, this was more than just a street. It was a testament to 2 years of grinding corporate work and a dream finally realized. I stood there, basking in the glow of my new electric car. It was sleek, a deep midnight blue, with a silent hum that felt like the future. The kind of car you save for, you dream about, you talk to late at night. It was parked perfectly in my driveway, a place that was now officially mine, thanks to the deed in my safe and the car keys in my hand. I was mid-text to my best friend, Mark, sending him a picture of the car with the caption, "Finally did it, man. The dream is real." That's when I heard it. The familiar shrill voice that had become the unofficial siren of this neighborhood. Well, 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 what do we have here? I turned to see Brenda. She was the self-appointed queen of the Elmwood Creek Homeowners Association, or the HOA, as she so often reminded everyone. With her perfectly coiffed blonde hair and a permanent scowl, she was a caricature of suburban tyranny. She wore a fuchsia power suit, a stark and jarring contrast to the serene blues and greens of the neighborhood, and was clutching a clipboard as if it were a scepter. "That," I said, trying to keep my voice even, "is my new car. Just arrived this morning." Brenda's eyes narrowed as she circled the car, her heels clicking ominously on the asphalt. She didn't look at the car with admiration, but with suspicion, as if it were a rogue species of weed she had to exterminate. She stopped and pointed a trembling finger at the hood. "It's parked improperly. Your front bumper is 3 inches past the designated parking line." I looked down. My car was perfectly positioned, well within the 2 white lines painted on the asphalt. "It's not. It's perfectly fine." "Don't you lie to me," she shrieked, her voice echoing down the street. HOA bylaws clearly state that all vehicles must be parked a minimum of 6 inches back from the curb to allow for emergency vehicle access. I will not have this community's safety jeopardized by your arrogance. A few neighbors peeked out from behind their curtains, but no one dared to step outside. Brenda's reign of terror had made sure of that. I sighed, trying to explain the absurdity of her claim. "Brenda, the parking line is right here, and my car is a full foot behind it." "Lies, all lies. You think you can just waltz in here and disrespect the rules everyone else has to follow? You think your fancy little car makes you exempt? I was here when your house was built, young man. I made this community what it is today." She began to pace frantically, her voice growing more hysterical. She was a woman unhinged, losing control of a situation she could no longer dominate. "This is a disgrace, a public nuisance. I'm calling the board. I'm fining you. I'm putting a lien on this property." I had heard all of this before. It was the same worn-out script she used on everyone. I decided to try a different tactic. "Brenda, I don't want any trouble. My car is a brand new electric vehicle, and it's a huge investment for me. It's clean, it's quiet, and it's parked correctly. Please, let's just calm down." My words, meant to de-escalate, had the opposite effect. The mention of my new electric vehicle seemed to ignite a new, more dangerous kind of fury. Her face twisted into a grotesque mask of rage, her eyes burning with a venomous mix of jealousy and spite. She had been used to homeowners backing down, apologizing, and paying her fraudulent fines. I was not doing any of those things. The silent, sleek car was a symbol of my refusal to be intimidated, and that was something she could not tolerate. "You think you can just come here with your smug little toy and flaunt it in front of me?" she screamed. Before I could react, she lifted her clipboard and swung it at the hood of my car with all her might. The plastic clipboard, flimsy as it was, made a sickening crunch as it left a long, jagged scratch across the pristine midnight blue paint. A small but unmistakable dent appeared. She wasn't finished. She began to hit the car again and again, the sickening thuds of the plastic against metal ringing in the quiet afternoon. I stood there, stunned, my heart pounding in my chest. My new car, my dream, my symbol of freedom, was being vandalized right in front of my eyes. This wasn't just about a parking line anymore. It was about her total lack of control, her pure, unadulterated rage. I took out my phone and began to record her. "What do you think you're doing, you menace?" she yelled at me, her face flushed red with exertion. "I am upholding the law. This car is a public hazard. I will not stand for it." She didn't know it yet, but her tirade was being broadcast live to the police department. Just minutes before she had begun her rampage, I had called 911, seeing her rising anger and knowing it would escalate. I had already explained the situation and given them my address. I was simply waiting. I lowered my phone and looked at her, my voice low and cold. "Brenda," I said, a dangerous calm in my tone, "I think you just made the biggest mistake of your life.